Hello, everyone, and welcome to Mr. Mo Dynasty. It's episode 22, and we have closed out the month of April, and we are starting the month of May, and we are feeling extremely good about this White Sox team.
All right, on May 1st, we get a roll D4. Consult the chart. I rolled and got a 2. It's a manager event. It says manager long ball versus small ball. Play the full game. If you have a small ball tendency, add 1 point of stealing and 1 point of base running aggressiveness equal to your level for each player for each stolen base in the game. So, long story short, for every player in the game against Tampa Bay that I get a stolen base, I get to add a 1 point of stealing and a 1 point of base running aggressiveness equal to the level of that I have for small ball. Now, if I'm long ball, I don't get anything. I just play the game. Well, I do have small ball tendency level 1. So any stolen base from any player, they're going to go up 1 point of stealing and 1 point of base running aggressiveness after the game is over. So that's what is on the line. Not a huge stakes, but we certainly would like to start off the month of May with a victory against the Rays. And we are 12-19, so winning this game could get us one step closer back to 500, whereas that's where we belong. What do we want to... Ooh, look at those new City Connects, looking like the Bulls. That's very cool. I don't think we've earned the City Connects yet, those new ones. Let's go ahead and go with... You know, let's rock just the Rays for now. And we're going to send Drew Thorpe out there with his 2-2 record, 3.48 ERA. They're going to send out the righty, Shane Baz, so we want as many lefties as we can get. Look at Ryan Ward, doing a great job. Jason Dominguez could use a day off. Can we bring in an outfielder? Maybe give him a break. Oh, should we bring in Brooks Baldwin? You know that's going to happen. Brooks Baldwin is going to come in, and we're going to move Ryan Ward play left. Yep. We'll move Brooks Baldwin to center. And I think we're going to rock. Actually, Calciel's not hitting too badly. Yeah, we'll that Brooks Baldwin 90. So got a lot of lefties in the order there in a row. And I think that's how we're going to rock this game. Rays and White Sox. Rays themselves are having an interesting season. They're 14-18, so they're struggling just a bit. Let's see, what are we going to go with here? Look at this. Ryan Ward wins April Rookie of the Month. Could he possibly get us a Rookie of the Year award from Rule 5 to Rookie of the Year? Well, look at his first month. 3 homers, 10 RBIs, 272 average. They're going to send out Shane Baz, and they're going to wear these City Connect uniforms. Look at those. Tampa Bay with the little fire on the graphic. All right, Dominic Fletcher at 281. Shane Baz features 4-pitch mix. Fastball, slider, curve, and circle change. Fastball can get up to 97 miles an hour. 2-1 count to start off. It looks like Fletcher's going to line out a soft fly ball to right field. 1 away. And taking a look at our lineup, Dominic Fletcher is definitely having a great season so far. Ryan Ward, probably the best season. Clifford, from being called up for the minors, is having the 3rd best average. Kyle Teal starting out solid for his rookie campaign, 237. Chaparro, another Rule 5 pickup, hitting 230. Like to see him hitting a little bit better since he's in there more for his bat than for his defense. And that's one way to do it. Unfortunately, I don't think this is going to quite get out of the park. And it's going to be caught. This park, one of the few parks where the Rays have the bullpen in the field of play. Even though it's outside the lines. It's in the park, so to speak. And that's going to be a harmless ground ball to shortstop. We go to the bottom of the first. No score here against the Rays. And we're going to feature Drew Thorpe. 3.48 ERA. And Burleson now with the 2-2 count with one away after that strikeout. Burleson gets the foul ball. Yeah, we had the strikeout against Ryan Clifford. Not sure if I caught that on the video. I might have forgot to hit the record. And that's a 3-2 count. And there's the 3-2 pitch to Alec Burleson. Who's going to ground that out to second base. And there's two away. Kyle Teal hitting 6 today. Moved up in the lineup. Would love to see him get over 240 to start the year. And he is also going to ground out to second base. Shane pitching well so far. 6 up, 6 down. We go to the bottom of the second. No score. And it's going to be Brandon Lau up. This team always offers you the, can you remember, it's Low and Lau. So this is Brandon Lau.
Ball, that's inside.
Second on the Rays with 16 runs. And he swings through that cutter. Evens the count at 2-2. There's that circle change. Unfortunately, he's going to bloop this into center field. Leadoff hit. First hit of the game for the Rays. Only 76 off the bat. Drew Thorpe's probably fine with the pitch a little high for what you wanted to do. That brings up JT Realmuto, former Philly. Ground ball double play opportunity. Montgomery, 6, 4, 3 for the double play. And Drew Thorpe comes back. Nice turn there, Colson Montgomery. Montgomery to Sosa. Quick flip there. Sosa sets himself. Avoids the contact. 2 away. That brings up Christopher Morel, the hottest hitting Ray on the team. But he swings through that. Fouls off the slider. How did he hit that ball? Wow. Yeah, he's definitely swinging a pretty good bat if you're going to be able to hit that ball. And he strikes out on the fastball, blazing by at 91. Both pitchers look sharp early on. We've played 2. No score. And as we can see, the Rays' pitching lately has not been great. A 5.33 ERA. You match that with the fact that not a lot of their hitters are hitting. And that's how you get their 14-18 record. Colson Montgomery leading off the third for us. Strikes out on the inside fastball. Second strikeout for Baz.
That's out.
Sosa does a good job holding off on that. Shane Baz pitching to Lennon Sosa. Sosa's going to hit this into the high sky of left field. That'll be caught. 2 away. And that brings up the amazing Brooks Baldwin. We know he's going to start a rally with 2 outs. Hitting 9th today. Right at the Mendoza line. And look at this. The first hit of the game, of course, is Brooks Baldwin. Because that's what he do. It's Brooks the Bomber Baldwin showing the rest of the team, you may bat me 9th. But I'll be our first hit. I know how this goes.
Runner, he's going, he's going.
And now he was going on the curveball. And why I didn't let him run, I don't know. We do have that thing where if he steals, we get 1 point stealing, 1 point base running aggressiveness. And now they're going to throw behind us. And is this going to be a stolen base or a wild pitch? I don't think that quite counts. So I wasn't right. Yeah, it's going to be a wild pitch. No stolen base. It's like they knew the strategy we're going. But we do now have a runner in scoring position. Dominic Fletcher can now use this clutch to put us in the lead. And there's a ball hit to second base, unfortunately. Rolled over on it. We go to the bottom of the third. Brooks Baldwin got us on the board as far as the hit column, but unfortunately, no runs scored. A common theme this year in White Sox baseball. Junior Caminero hitting 176, struggling. Former Tiger, I believe.
Two balls.
Well, can't get even a chase on the sweeper, and then he gives the count 2-2.
3-2.
Wouldn't bite on the inside cutter. Usually that gets a lot of those hitters. And he strikes out on the slider. There we see that Rookie of the Month award for Ryan Ward. It's almost like Caminero was looking for the walk, not trusting his bat. That brings up Kyle Isbill. And he strikes out on the cutter. Back-to-back batters backwards K. Drew Thorpe picks up his third strikeout.
That's ball.
Johnny DeLuca hitting a very, very cool 083.
That's a ball.
We throw at him. Rushback pitch. Must be some history here. We challenge him with the 91 fastball. And a horrible throw there, but we get the strikeout. Strikes out the side. 2 backwards Ks and a strikeout on a missed location. It was so bad it was good. Great inning. We go to the top of the fourth. Still no score. This game is just breezing along. All right, we're back to Andres Chaparro. 0 for 1 on the day.
Ball 3.
He takes ball 3. Now I think we'll be doing some ambush hitting for the first time today. We're going to ambush hit inside. We're looking for that fastball. We went for the guess swing there, and it was a slider. We were trying to get on top of that fastball. 3-2 count. And he strikes us out. 96 in the gun for Boz. His third strikeout. That brings up the April Rookie of the Month in Ryan Ward. What a story this is. Rule 5 Ryan. Second on the White Sox in RBIs. We saw something in him, and what he's done for us, it's been fantastic.
Ball 3.
Second in RBIs, Rookie of the Month, giving us some stability in center. Today he is playing left. Unless he takes strike 2 there. Wasn't his pitch. Yeah, I mean, a first baseman center fielder is a unique type. As he takes ball 4, Boz wanted no part of Ward. Yeah, the ability for this guy to play first base but also play center field, and with his 70-something speed, right now that's the role he's playing, allowing Ryan Clifford to be called up from the minors to play first base.
No, he's safe.
And look at that. How often do you see that? A first baseman type having the ball thrown over because he might steal. That was a quick pitch. Quick step there. Slide step by Boz. Gets the out on the swing. Is this where we try to steal a base? Not sure. And that's going to be hit back up the middle. Unfortunately, the Rays are there. Throw out Burleson. Still no score. As we take a look at the Rays' last 10 games, yeah, they're struggle busing quite a bit. 2-8 over the last 10. That's why we need to take advantage. Josh Lowe swings through the circle change. We're going to go back to back on it. Why not? Couldn't hit it the first time. Let's see if he can't hit it the second time. And Lowe can't hit the low ball. He goes down. Let's watch the replay. Let's watch that ball just drops out of the picture. One away. Ah-Sung Kim up with his 286 average.
Nope, that's inside.
Plays off the fastball inside. And now it's a very favorable count at 3-1. He's going to ground this to Chaparro. Chaparro over to first, makes the play, 2 away. Yandy Diaz, 261 on the young campaign.
Ball.
Doesn't bite on the cutter.
That's ball
Doesn't
3.
bite on the slider. Wow, he's showing good patience here. And he's also going to ground ball hit to Chaparro. Chaparro throws again to first. 4 very quick innings. 1 hit apiece for each squad. No score. As we look at both pitchers, 5 strikeouts for Thorpe, 3 for Boz. Each pitcher's only giving up 1 hit, no runs. And that's the kind of baseball Chicago, unfortunately, has been playing, offensively at least. Our pitching staff is really, really starting to come through, kind of look like a professional squad.
Ball.
Outfield evens the count at 2-2.
We got full
Good
count.
patience here from Kyle Teal. He works the count. And Kyle Teal, the leadoff walk. Good at bat, Kyle. That's the second walk given up by Boz. And what will Colson Montgomery do here?
Ball.
Good.
Down.
I was contemplating bunting. The third baseman clearly is back pretty far.
Ball.
Yeah, Boz just isn't getting that curveball over for a strike, so it's kind of easy to lay off. 3-1 count. Nope, going to take a pitch. And he throws the 96-mile-an-hour fastball on the outside edge, and we have a full count. Slider kind of hung up there. Maybe better PCI placement would have had a hit there. 3-2 once again. We are caught off. Wasn't looking for the inside fastball. Caught me flat-footed. 1 away. All right, Lennon Sosa.
Ball 2.
Yeah, right now it seems like Boz, the only pitch he can really throw for a strike is that fastball. So we're definitely going to be gearing up for it moving forward. And there we were, geared up for it. Unfortunately, too geared up for it. Foul ball. Swung too early. But yeah, I think I'm definitely going to try to key on that fastball.
Full count.
Inside from Sosa. Yeah, if that was a strikeout, I wasn't going to swing because it was just going to be a pop-up anyway. Better to take it. Keep looking at that fastball across the plate. And we take ball 4. Good hold there from Sosa. Second walk of the inning for Boz. And that brings up the one person with a hit today, the bomber, Brooks Baldwin. Who else would you want in this opportunity? Mr. Clutch.
That's ball 3.
And he shows the discerning eye as now the Rays quickly get 2 lefties warming up, Brents and Clevenger. Does Brooks Baldwin have the green light on 3-1? No, he's going to be a team player like he always is. And he's going to take the strike, and now it's a full count. Brooks Baldwin. That's going to make it down for a hit. And he is 2 for 2 on the day. Unfortunately, we didn't get a great read on that. Brooks Baldwin says, why am I batting ninth on this team? I should be leadoff. The legend continues. Unfortunately, we don't get a run in, but the bases are loaded. We're back to the top of the lineup, and it's Dominic Fletcher. We're going to call time. We're going to remind ourselves the speed we have on third. So Kyle Teal has 51 speed. And Boz is starting to run out of energy. So let's see if we can take advantage right here, right now.
Ball.
Good eye for Boz.
We got 2 balls.
Yeah,
1
2 of these
strike.
base runners were given free passes. And that's how you start rallies. See the ball better, take walks. Ooh. Has he earned that call this inning, Nump? I don't think so. Ooh. Usually a curveball that high doesn't get that call, but it's even up at 2-2. Fletcher strikes out on the fastball. Boz trying to pitch out of this jam. The bases are loaded. And we can't make contact. So we're going to need a clutch hit from Andres Chaparro. And he flails at the slider. That's not a good look.
2 strikes.
Boz is going to come back and get out of this inning, isn't he? Oh, we're going to run this. Foul ball by Chaparro. Boz up to 96 pitches. He's reaching the end of his line. This may be his last batter one way or the other.
Ball that
Good
time.
eye. Now we have a 2-2 count. Watch Chaparro. This is where you could make a difference.
3-2.
And the bases loaded, 3-2 count. That means all the runners will be running. A hit will score 2. Chaparro only swing at strikes. Fouls off the four-seamer. And we'll do it again. Runners will be off on the pitch. There's a line drive to left field. That's going to score 1. Here comes the plate. And he's safe. Chaparro comes through. And the White Sox take a 2-0 lead. Great shot. We held up at third. And then I sent him. Fortunately, a bad throw in left field. Offline. And we take the 2-0 lead. And that's going to be all for Boz. He had a great game. The 2 walks here in the 5th are what does him in. They'll bring in the lefty, Jake Brenz, to face the heavy left part of our lineup. Let's see what Brenz features. Fastball, slider, circle change, 2-seamer.
Nope.
That ball's
Ball
inside.
2.
Now Ryan Ward can be choosy.
Nope. That's a ball.
No, doesn't get the call. That's 3-1. Now, Ward can be even choosier. And he's going to hit this ball on the screws, unfortunately, right at the shortstop. But the good news, the White Sox finally on the board. 2-out hit by Chaparro. And we go into the bottom of the 5th, leading 2-0. And here is Brandon Lau with a 2-1 count. I gotta sit there and think about it. It's Josh Lowe and Brandon Lau. 2-2 count. And a strikeout for Drew Thorpe. He notches his, 6th strikeout? 6th strikeout of the game for Drew Thorpe. JT Realmuto is going to ground out harmlessly to Colson Montgomery, and that's going to be 2 outs.
Out.
Drew Thorpe looking very sharp here in Tampa. Good slider there to Christopher Morel. keeping that pitch count down, too. And he strikes out. Teal the first. 7th strikeout for Drew Thorpe. We've played 5. The White Sox leading 2-0. All right, Clifford's going to face the lefty here. And I'm sure Brent's is probably going to stay out for this whole inning. Oh, they're going to call that. The righty Drew Rasmussen is up as well to join Garrett Clevenger. So, I mean, if you're going to give him that call, I might as well just take a seat now. That's not a strike. And they hit Ryan Clifford. Wow. Okay. We'll take it. Alec Burleson, lefty on lefty. 161 average. He's grounded out twice today.
Ball, that's outside.
And they don't call that. Yeah, this strike zone has been, well, let's just say interesting. 2-1 count. That ball gets away. We don't decide to steal. Renz looks like he's reaching the end of his line. It's a 3-1 count. I think Burleson is going to guess high fastball. And how did he not get a piece of that? Where was our timing and our placement? We had the PCI too high. Good timing, though. 3-2 count. And he's going to draw a walk. Look at this. Lefty. And we have 2 runners on. And nobody out. And that brings up Kyle Teal. And we're going to see if Kyle Teal can he bunt. 38 bunt. Compose a bunt. No. Dominguez. Can anybody bunt? Not really. You know what? We're actually going to bring in Pozo to go righty on lefty. This is the move we're going to make. Pozo. And that ball is hit in the left field, and we might tag. No. Thought about it. With his throw to home plate earlier, I knew he'd be offline, but that's still not that far to go. Or, I don't know. Would have been close. And that's going to be all for the Ray lefty. And they're going to bring in another lefty in Garrett Clevenger. Actually, lefties are hitting better against him than righties this season. And Cole Montgomery has struck out twice. Clevenger does feature 5 pitches. Let's see with this count if we can do something.
Nope.
3-1 count as Clevenger doesn't throw a strike. What are we going to do here? I think we're going to look inside. And we did, but maybe that was ball 4. Maybe a little high. Oh, either way. Could have gone. 3-2 count. We strike out on the cutter. Good pitches from Clevenger there. I think both of those were borderline strikes, but you have to swing. And he reached back and got the K. And that brings up Lennon Sosa hitting 192. He has an opportunity here to give us a little bit more run insurance. And that was his pitch. And we had our PCI too low on that. 2-2 count. And there's a ball hitting the right field. Back at the track, nearly. Unfortunately, not enough. We don't score any runs. And the Rays will be sending their 7-8-9 lineup out to face Drew Thorpe, who's pitching an outstanding game. Love these MLB news and notes. Should we have somebody warming? Not yet. Drew Thorpe is just cruising along.
Ball 2.
And this is the 7-8-9 part of the lineup, so hopefully he can get through this. And as we speak it, Junior Cabanero jacks a home run. solo shot, his 6th of the year. He may be hitting under 200. But with that kind of power, he finally awakens his crowd, and he cuts the lead in half to 2-1. Yeah, that was a no-doubter right off the bat. Fastball. And we're taking another yard, and that may get the bullpen up. I think so. So let's go with who's rested. I think we're going to go Gonzalez and Kurtz. Kyle Isbell looks back at the pitcher as if, was that done on purpose? Oh, a flail at the circle change. He looked silly on that. 2-2 count. Doesn't bite on the slider. We got a full count. And there's that circle change. Why not? Isbell working here. Drew Thorpe may be starting to wear down. 8th pitch of the at-bat. And there's the strikeout on the cutter. Great pitch from Thorpe. Not just his 8th strikeout. Let's watch the ump cam. Yep. Get out of here. One away. Johnny DeLuca up. He swings through the slider with his 0.77 average.
2 strikes.
And he's going to fly this into right field. Can Fletcher get there? He is not going to be able to get there. Johnny DeLuca barely able to foul that off.
Nope.
Somehow found a way to hold off on that slider. It's 3-2. And he gets the 3-2 pitch now with that missing. We're going to challenge him because you're hitting 0.77. We're not going to walk you. Clifford there on the pop-up. 2 away. We're trying to get through 6.
That's a ball.
As Josh Lowe comes up.
Ball in.
Yeah, Drew Thorpe starting to show signs of fatigue. There's that cutter that's served him well this game. Here's the count, or 3-2 count. Yeah, a lot more foul balls this inning. A loss of velocity. And he doesn't swing at the cutter. And yeah, that's 28 pitches for Drew Thorpe. He's up to 97. And will this be it for Drew Thorpe? I think it will be. We're going to bring in John Curtis. Good game, Drew Thorpe. Thorpe can get the win. He could also get the no decision because that runner on first is his. He cannot take the loss. Couldn't quite get the quality start, but he does go 5 2/3 of 1-run ball, possibly 2-run ball, depending on what happens here. But why not bring in Curtis? A fresh
Ball, that's
pitcher.
off the plate.
And they're going to steal. Esposo couldn't get the ball out of his glove. That's Josh Lowe's 7th stolen base in the season. Now he's in scoring position. That's going to be a ground out. Ryan Clifford makes the play. Good job, John Curtis. We played 6, and the lead holds at 2-1. But Junior Caminero gets the Rays on the board with his solo shot. And that's why we want some insurance. Drew Rasmussen's going to come in for the Rays, the righty. He's going to face Brooks Baldwin. We are going to ready our bullpen. All right, here we go. 9-1-2. But really, Brooks Baldwin is a leadoff hitter. Faces Rasmussen, who's got 4 pitches. Fastball, sinker, cutter, sweeper.
Ball.
Look at that. Rasmussen wants no part of Brooks Baldwin. Mr. 2 for 2 on the day.
3 balls, 1 strike.
Not even giving him anything to look at. We will guess, though. Wow. What an intentional, non-intentional walk to Brooks Baldwin. I don't blame you, Rasmussen. I wouldn't give him anything to it either. He's perfect on the day for reaching base. 2 hits. And a walk.
That's ball 2.
And I could give him a call on that. As soon as we try to lead off, they throw over. And Fletcher's going to pop up to third base. I thought about the hit and run there, but I couldn't pull the trigger. And here comes Andres Chaparro. Maybe here?
Safe.
They almost got me. And that's the last time they can throw over without penalty. And we're stealing. And it's a curveball. Great pitch to steal on. And we're going to be safe. And that means Brooks Baldwin will go up 1 point stealing and 1 point stolen base running aggressiveness as we take advantage of the manager event. I mean, we picked the perfect pitch to steal on. I think a fastball gets us there, but the curveball, we steal. That'll be 1 more point of stealing and base running aggressiveness for Brooks Baldwin. Oh, Chaparro. Bad at bat. That brings up Ryan Ward, who has an opportunity here. Runner in scoring position is Brooks Baldwin. Mr. Do It Everything. That was your pitch, Ryan. That was your pitch.
2 strikes.
Oh, he's 318 runners in scoring position this year. Fouls that off. Wow, Rockies 12-0 over the Nationals. Totally with 2 home runs. All right, back to our game. Good eye. Oh, Brooks Baldwin's going to try to get third. And he's going to get in there. Let's give him another stolen base? No, they're going to call that a wild pitch. But Brooks Baldwin gets the walk and is at third base. That was a risky move there. But I suppose another wild pitch he could score. Ryan Ward hanging in there. That 98 fastball from Drew Rasmussen. Goes for the sweeper. No, thank you. That's going to be a full count. Do they want any piece of the rookie of the month, Ryan Ward, or are they going to walk him to get to Clifford? And he is going to make a mistake pitch there. That sweeper hung over the plate. And Ryan Ward continues his hot hitting. And we take a 3-1 lead. Great patience there from Ryan Ward. Yeah, that sweeper hung over the middle of the plate, and Ryan Ward made him pay. Drove that ball into the gap. And the White Sox reclaim their 2-run lead. It's now 3-1. And now can Ryan Clifford add to it? He got a pitch to hit. Unfortunately, he's going to get under this. Good timing. We go to the 7th inning stretch. Sox. 3-1 lead. And I think we're going to leave John Curtis in to start with. And they faced 1 batter. No reason not to send him out for another inning. As he gets the strikeout against Yandy Diaz. Yeah, facing 3-4-5, I feel very good with John Curtis up there. Finish through the 7.
Aye.
And he's showing the manager why he kept him out there. And he faces Brandon Lau.
Ball 2.
Lau holds up on that 4-seamer.
The count is full.
He's not biting on the 2-seamer. And he's going to ground this harmlessly to Ryan Clifford.
He's out.
Unassisted 3 on your scorecard. 2 away. That brings up JT Realmuto.
Aye. 2.
Slider. Good pitch. In fact, we'll go back to it. And Clifford, once again, unassisted 3. We've played 7. White Sox, 3-1. And the Rays bring out another pitcher, Edwin Uceta. Great ERA to start off the season. Face Alec Burleson. And we are going to make sure that both Paredes and Gonzalez are warm, and I think we're going to go with Paredes in the 8th. Alec Burleson facing Uceta, who has 4-seamer, circle change, cutter, and sweeper in his repertoire. Just foul off the cutter. Oh, wow. We hit that out of the catcher's glove. Good job, the battle, though, Burleson.
That's ball 2.
Not a good take.
2-2
Only
count.
15,000 here to see this battle between two teams that are struggling to start the season.
3-2.
Yeah, Rays attendance, it's just unfair. They've had such a good team for a limited budget. Yeah, both these teams working on very small budgets. Full count. Burleson strikes out on the cutter. That brings up Yoel Pozo.
Aye.
He takes that cutter. And now we have a full count. The Rays are going through quite a few pitchers this game. And a strikeout on Pozo. And Uceta comes in and punches out the first 2 he faces. Speaking of strikeouts, Montgomery has struck out all 3 times today for our captain. And we're back to the action. Yeah, we need Montgomery to do something other than strike out here. Not a good look for your captain. That is why we have high hopes for Colson Montgomery. That ball was crushed, unfortunately, just a little early and off the end of the bat. Well, he doesn't strike out, but he is going to ground out to second base.
Got him.
We go to the bottom of the 8th. White Sox lead 3-1. And we are going to send out Manoli Paredes. Pitch the 8th inning. So far, Paredes is pitching quite well. Lefties are doing fairly well against him, hitting 333, but righties 194. So the typical splits you expect.
Ball inside.
He's going to face Christopher Morel to lead things off here in the 8th inning.
Aye. 2.
Strike 2.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
And there's that slider. Maybe got a little too much of the plate. Good or bad here from Morel. Yeah, he is definitely battling. Fouling a lot of pitches off. And Paredes is pitching these balls in good locations. This is definitely a major league at bat.
Count is 3-2.
Yeah, I figured, if he's going to keep fouling off, throw maybe one that's not a strike. And Christopher Morel, how many times do you see it where the batter just keeps fouling pitches? I mean, we've only got 3 pitches. Morel hits his 5th home run of the year, and the lead is now 3-2. I think he was looking for the slider there, because he was on that ball. And no doubter. And a tremendously big bat flip there. 406. Speaking of home runs, here's the other home run hitter, Junior Caminero, who has the other run for the Rays.
Ball 2.
And we get the strikeout on the slider that time. Paredes gets Caminero. It's a good battle back. Isbell takes that strike. Didn't like the call. It was the strike, though. And did he swing?
There you go.
He did not, says the third base umpire. And Paredes is already starting to be winded. And that ball's going to be hit to center field. But look who's there. Mr. Everything, Brooks Baldwin. Catches it. And there's 2 away. And Johnny DeLuca. We're actually going to bring in Victor Gonzalez. We're going to warm up Karinchak, though. And we're going to bring in Gonzalez. Face the righty. Seems a bit unorthodox, but the splits actually favor Gonzalez here. And Paredes was tired. So in comes Victor Gonzalez. Righty's hitting 118 against him this year. And that's another reason you bring him in. With that very good sinker as his primary pitch. Somehow, DeLuca, hitting as poorly as he is on the season, found a way to ground that ball out. I have no idea. Slider gets him, though. And Gonzalez showed the emotion out there. Now, Morel does chip into the lead with that solo blast. And that's the great thing about limiting walks. If they hit solo home runs, it's only 1 run. And the Rays only have 3 hits this game, and 2 of them are homers. We go to the top of the 9th, it's a 3-2 game as the Rays bring in another pitcher. This time it's Fairbanks. And we're going to have to face 1, 2, 3 in their lineup is Karinchak. And we're scheduling him to bring in the game. Let's see who we have batting here. We have Sosa. We're going to step out. Is Sosa who we want out there? He's not a great fielder. Can somebody else play a better? You know what? I think we're going to bring in Jason Dominguez. We're going to let Dominguez hit. Switch hitter. So they'll hit from the left side. And we can always move Brooks Baldwin to second base if we have to. Come on, Jason Dominguez. He's facing Fairbanks, who has 3 pitches, fastball, slider, and circle change.
2 balls, 1 strike.
We need this signing to be better. This 141 average with that 11. I mean, if you think about it, he's basically getting about 15, 18% of our contract, our money right now. And he's hitting 141. That ball was scorched. Unfortunately, foul. That's the kind of ball you got to hit over the fences. But when you're hitting 141,
3-2.
you tend to foul those off. Now, he does get the call there. So it's full. You don't want to put him on base for Brooks Baldwin. As he strikes out. Dominguez's struggles continue for the first month of the season. And up comes Brooks, the bomber Baldwin. Reached base all 3 times today. And he's going to try to loft this into left field. And he will be recorded for an out for the first time today. And Donovan Fletcher with 2 outs. 0 for 4 in the day. His average has dropped. Let's see if he can get on base. Still hitting 275 though.
2 balls, 1 strike.
Still doing a great job leading off. Very successful against righties this year, as the splits would indicate. Struggling against lefties. Got on top of that ball. Grounded to short. Makes the play. We're going to go to the bottom of the ninth. It's going to be Karinchak time. Karinchak being rocked by lefties so far this year. 348. Do not like to see that. Yes, so we are going to play. What do we want to have play here? We're going to move Brooks Baldwin. It's a second. And then we're going to play Von Brown in center. All right. Here we go. Bottom of the ninth. It's 1, 2, 3 for Karinchak. Josh Lowe. Lead it off. And Karinchak gets the call high and inside. And a strikeout for Karinchak. Went for the two-seamer. Lowe went chasing. 1 away. Except it's costing him 281 average. There's that knuckle curve. Brooks Baldwin, Mr. Everything, records the out, showing that range. He can play center. He can play second. He can hit 2 hits. He can get a walk. He can steal a base. Maybe one day at the Hall of Fame for Brooks Baldwin. 1-1 count. Yandy Diaz. Can Karinchak get a save?
Nope. We got 2 balls, 1 strike.
Oh, he hung that knuckle curve. Maybe fortunate all it was a single. But now the Rays have the tying run at first, and the go-ahead run will come to the plate for the first time in a while. It's Brandon Lau. He's going to dribble this to the first base line, but it's going to be foul.
That's a foul ball.
And the White Sox 1 strike away from winning this game.
That's a ball.
Doesn't get the swing and miss. 2-2 count. There's that knuckle curve, and the runner's going to try to advance. Pozo throws, and the runner now in scoring position, and now Lau will use his clutch rating. And a single will probably tie this game. He tried to bury the knuckle curve. It's now 3-2 count. So just fouls off. Does Lau. And he strikes out on the fastball inside. Karinchak makes it interesting. But in the end, the White Sox prevail. Drew Thorpe notches a win. 5 2/3 innings. That moves him to 3-2 on the season. Boz falls to 1-4, and Karinchak gets his 10th save of the season. Highlights there, Chaparro. Yeah, that was a big hit that Chaparro had. Although Brooks Baldwin is really the one you want to show. I'd make him the MVP. And they're going to show the solo shots. That's fine. Yep. Pose all you want. You lost the game, Morel. As the highlights show, take a couple snapshots there. Drew Thorpe gets the win. Notable players: Brooks Baldwin 2 for 3 with a run scored. Yeah, he had a great game. But Drew Thorpe, 5 2/3, 8 strikeouts, only 1 walk. He's going to lower that walk rate. The White Sox get the win. Big win to start the month of May as we hold on to win 3-2. We're going to make that change to Brooks Baldwin as he does get the stolen base. So we're going to give him 1 steal and 1 base running aggressiveness. Excellent. Okay, let's look at the standings real quick. We are in last place, 13-19, 2.5 behind the Royals. Are we the worst team in baseball, though? No, there are teams in the American League that are worse than us. The Athletics, the Blue Jays, and the Angels. So some improvement there. As you look at our rankings, we're 30th in overall contact, 26th in power, 29th in pitching, 28th in defense, 16th in speed. But really, our pitching staff. Look at what they've get there. Look at what they've done. Cannon's cold at 4.29, but Drew Thorpe lowers his ERA to 3.20. Higgins Smith struggling at 6.43. Grant Taylor at 1.86. Derby 4.82. Then the bullpen just continues to deal. Karinchak slowly lowering that ERA. It's taking time. But when you have that one blow up, it can be hard. But we get the win with 13-19, and I think we're going to call it that.
Great win for the White Sox as we start this month and look to hopefully climb back to 500 and relevancy and maybe show that we deserve to be more than just considered a cellar dweller team in year 2 of this dynasty. Thanks again for watching and have a great day.